When life becomes a whisper in a world screaming with chaos, remember, some truths don't shout, they speak in proverbs. They say, when the storm passes, the silence sings. But what if you're still inside the storm? What if the lightning's still dancing on your roof and the thunder's still knocking on your soul? This is for you. The broken, the brave, the barely holding on, the late-night thinker with a silent scream and a tired heart. Let's take a journey. Not just through quotes, but truths. Not just words, but weapons. Let these proverbs be your map. Let them be your fire. Even the lion must crouch before it leaps. You're not weak because you're waiting. You're gathering strength. You're pulling back the arrow before release. Just because you're not moving doesn't mean you're dangerous. Your stillness, that's power incubating. The river that cuts through rock is patient, not loud. You don't need to scream to make an impact. You just need consistency. You don't need to crash like thunder. You only need to keep flowing. And one day, even stone will bow to your persistence. The heart that bends doesn't break. Flex, don't snap. Bend under pressure. Cry if you must. Breakdowns are not the end. They're often the start of breakthroughs. It's okay to feel. Just don't forget to heal. Ashes, remember the fire. Even after it all falls apart, what burned inside you once is still there. Passion can flicker, dreams can dim, but if the spark ever lived, it can live again. Rise, even if it's slow. Ashes are not the end, they're fuel. A broken compass still points north. You've made mistakes, you've lost your way, but deep down, you still know, you still have direction. Sometimes you don't need a new path, you just need to stop spinning. The house built from storms won't fear the rain. Your struggles? They're blueprints. Your past? The foundation. You didn't just survive, you built yourself with scars for bricks and lessons for cement. Don't fear your future. You've already weathered worse. The darkest night births the brightest stars. Your pain is not in vain. Your silence is not empty. Sometimes, when everything goes dark, that's when your soul finally sees the light. Keep watching the sky. You're about to shine. The bird that flew against the wind learned how to soar. Resistance isn't always your enemy, it's your personal trainer. Let life stretch your wings. You weren't born to float. You were born to fly against it all. Chains don't only bind the hands, they bind the mind. Some prisons are invisible. Fear, guilt, regret. Break those first. Your body can't move freely if your mind's in cuffs. Liberation starts within. The seed thought burial was the end until it bloomed. You're not buried, you're planted. This isn't your funeral, it's your germination. Something is growing inside you. Let the dirt surround you and rise anyway. Even rusted gears turn if the purpose is powerful enough. Age, tiredness, failure, they don't mean you're done. You can still turn. You can still move. All it takes is a reason bigger than your rust. Ice breaks, but water flows. Breakdowns aren't the end. They're transitions. So you shattered. So what? Now you can move. Now you can flow. Ice that melts still finds its way to the ocean. The wound is where the wisdom enters. Pain is a teacher, loss is a professor, and failure, the tuition you pay for growth. Don't cover every scar, some are diplomas. The leaf doesn't control the wind, but it learns to dance. You won't control everything, but you can choose your rhythm. Adapt, sway, survive by surrendering. Not giving up, but giving in to wisdom. The race is long, but the finish line never moves. No matter how long you pause, it's still there, waiting. Your destiny doesn't disappear just because you got tired. Pick up the pace or walk, just don't stop. The train delayed is still on track. Setbacks aren't cancellations. Don't confuse silence with denial. The blessing is coming. It's just waiting for the right moment to arrive. Masks fall when the soul breathes. Be real, be raw. Pretending is exhausting. Let people see you, not the filtered, fine-tuned version. The real you. That's where the healing lives. The hourglass doesn't rush, but it never stops. Time doesn't wait, but it teaches. Let it teach you patience. Let it teach you priorities. Let it teach you to keep flipping and flowing. The candle loses nothing by lighting another. Be the light, even when you feel dim. Kindness doesn't drain you, it multiplies you. Shine, even if it's just for someone else today. The locked door is just a test of the key you forgot you had. Obstacles aren't walls, they're puzzles. You've already got the answer. You're not locked out. You're about to unlock something bigger than yourself. And so, if today is heavy, if the world feels gray, if you're doubting your worth or your walk, let these proverbs whisper truth into the cracks of your soul. Because even the deepest wounds can grow the strongest warriors. And sometimes, all it takes is just one truth at the right time. Whispers of wisdom can echo louder than shouts of despair. So don't scroll past this moment. Rewatch, reflect, and remember, your storm has a purpose. Your silence has power. Your scars have a story.